Hello and welcome to this weather update. It's about 8:30 p.m. on July 7th, 2019. And before we even talk about the weather, we have to talk about this brush fire that's been going on in the Pine Barrens in Manorville. So it's County Route 111 wound up being closed. I don't know if that's a picture of what it looks like. If that is, it looks very small. Doesn't look like that's a major brush fire. I don't think that is a picture from. I don't see any pictures here. But very large brush fire in Manorville. I don't have any size. I don't have any amount of acres. But we're looking at this, looking at Twitter here to see if there's any more details on what's going on. So brush fire burning near Toppings Path and Hot Water Street. So let's look at Google Maps and take a look and see where this is. All right, here is Hot Water Street, and I believe this is in the middle of excuse me. I've been doing that a lot lately, and it's just because of the air quality's been absolutely terrible. I think this is Toppings Path over here, so this is not, yeah, Toppings Path. So the brush fire is right over here. I've hiked in this area, so I know exactly where this is, and I don't know how large the fire has gotten. I'm trying to get some information on it, but I believe it is a little more under control now. If that is a picture of it, it does not look very large. Yeah, it does say it's nearly contained. So let's take a look and see what this link says. So it says it's nearly contained, and we'll see. It says it's nearly contained. Really? Hit a paywall. Oh, it's Newsday. Alright. I've already read the article. Yeah, paywall. Bust through. Right. This is another thing, these paywalls with Newsday are a pain in the neck. So, can't really find out. Why don't they... Alright, let's see if we can get any more information from this 27 East. So, Suffolk County forced... no pictures. So, there aren't many pictures of it. Like I said, not a lot of information on it. I read on Facebook someone said it was 10 acres. I don't want to spend too much time on the weather update about this. I just want to show you where it was, which is in this area here. From what I read online, you know, they're aggressively trying to put it out. It's in the middle of the woods. It's not near anything, and yet they're aggressively trying to put it out. This is what I mean with Long Island, with the Pine Barrens. Fire is important for the Pine Barrens, and what they need to do is just contain it to a certain area, you know. But we don't do that here. We aggressively put these fires out, which is not good for the pines. The pines need the fire to survive. But here we go again. So I don't really have many details on this fire, unfortunately. Let's look at the high-resolution satellite and see if we can see it on the high-resolution satellite. And see if it actually shows up on here. I don't think so. I don't think it will. Let's see. I don't think it was. They're saying it's very large, but I don't see it. I don't see a smoke plume on the high-resolution satellite, and it didn't show up on the radar either. So, yeah, a lot of clouds around today. Yeah, there was more sun in the afternoon, but the sky had a very hazy look to it because of some smoke around from the wildfires up in Canada. So here is the smoke here that's from wildfires up in Canada. Very dense smoke. Looks like it's drifting across the Great Lakes into parts of Michigan, and this may or may not affect our area. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. And see what's going to happen with that. Let's go ahead and look at this. This is the satellite image from today. And you will see, whoops. Do apologize, my computer it likes to lag. And that's, whenever something happens like that, it's usually because it's lagging. So yeah, you would really see the haze here. That was over our area. Let me, yeah, I'm going to just hit that pause button. Let's see if I can pause it. Oh, you can really see it in this frame right here. Right there, you can see all the haze that was over our area. So, yeah, it is coming from the smoke. That's why we did have the haze over our area. We may be dealing with that tomorrow, too, I'm afraid, as well. So, let's look at the current temperatures across the area. So, not that hot today. 76. Temperatures dropped to 76. We do have a southeasterly flow, which is definitely keeping things a lot more comfortable than yesterday. So, 73 at Farmingdale Airport. Dew point down to 60. So, it is getting less humid out there as well, so the air is not quite as it was humid to start the day, and then the humidity came down, only hit 83 at Farmingdale, and I think that's representative of pretty much across the way conditions were across the island. And let's take a look and see what New Jersey has had as far as Toms River goes. Probably a little hotter there. Let's see what it was. So 73, dew point not available, not that hot there. but much more humid. Look at the dew points before it stopped working. Dew points in Toms River up in the low 70s. Still very humid there. New Jersey's definitely bearing the brunt of this humidity that we have. That's because they're further south and they're closer to the stall front, and because they're also closer to the stall front, there's showers and thunderstorms developing along that stall front. There it is, and they're barely moving even. So you can see they're barely moving. So these got to be dumping a lot of rain, I'm sure. Looking at Ventus sky, you can clearly see that southeasterly flow. So we do have a southeasterly flow off the ocean, which is, not as cool as it was. Water temperatures are in the low 70s. We'll look at the water temperatures in this weather update as well. And warmer inland, but not by much. So you've got a pretty strong southeasterly flow. Looking at the dew points, we'll look at the dew points and see how this shows the dew points. This is fairly accurate. So again, you can see drier air coming in mainly off New England. The further south and west you go, the more humid it gets. And that's also, I think, due to it's also more humid over here in Toms River because the water temperatures are probably warmer over here too. So that's probably why it's more humid there as well. We can actually look at a map of water temperatures. Let's do that. Let's look at Earth Null School. We'll look at a map of water temperatures to show you what the water temperatures are. So I'll explain to you why it's probably more humid in Toms River as well. Let's look at that. And let's look at water, sea surface temperature. Alright, so we'll just look at this, and you can look at the colors here. Try to zoom this in. This won't zoom in anymore. Well, I guess not. You can see here there's warmer water over Jersey. So if we click at the temperature here, we click off the Jersey shore, water temperature is 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow, that is quite warm. But meanwhile, if you go and you look south of Long Island, water temperature is 70.9. So it's cooler. Water temperatures are cooler on Long Island. You can see the reds over by the Jersey shore. So that's why, again, that southeasterly flow is traveling over that really, really warm water. And, that's what it's causing. So let's look at the models. Let's take a look and see what's going to be happening. Unfortunately, like we said, it's the same old story. If we go and if I move this model really fast, notice what doesn't change. Look at the lower right-hand corner of your screen. That damn ridge. That doesn't change at all. That ridge is just stuck there. But hopefully maybe we can get some opportunities for cooler, drier air in our forecast. So we'll just zoom into our area and see what this week is going to look like as we go into. So there is a slight chance of a shower as this thing moves to the south of us tonight. And then that moves away. There's like a storm there. Look at that. Looks like it's trying to form something. So I'll have to keep that. I wouldn't be surprised if something forms. It's been indicating for a while now. Luckily it stays offshore, but that could be our first tropical storm of the season, perhaps in the Atlantic. Wouldn't surprise me with these water temperatures, that's for sure. So let's go and look at the dew point. So first start looking at that. So as we go into the night, you see dry air continues to sink, tried to sink into our area here. Dew points drop into the 50s. And we see the humidity is trying to return a little bit on Tuesday. And then as we go into Wednesday and Thursday, it's back. And again, you can see another humid. Friday is going to be really humid. And it looks like the weekend's going to be humid too. And it'll be humid. It could be humid right through next. There's no relief to this humidity. No relief. It stays humid. Look at this. Look at some of these dew points. Well into the 70s. Maybe some 80-degree dew points. We may have to wait till later in the month for another transitory shot of dry air, but the overall pattern doesn't change with that stupid ridge there, which is pretty much blocking the dry air from getting in. We'll look at the temperatures. So as we go into tomorrow, it will be cooler. The temperature's only around 80. Cooler in Jersey, probably because of the rain falling there, but I don't think we're going to see the rain here. We'll just have a lot of clouds. Then for Tuesday, it starts getting hot again. And probably over 90 in Jersey, and maybe along the shore. Hopefully there'll be a sea breeze, keep it cooler. And then the heat comes back for Wednesday, near 90. Upper 85 to 90. And Friday looks really brutal. Friday could be a repeat of yesterday, being really, really brutal again, depending on where you are, depending on the sea. Well, it all depends on the sea breeze. Like I said, that's a ways off. But you can see the issue. The heat continues. The weekend could be very hot. GFS indicating mid-90s on this particular day, July 14th. So it's going to be a brutal, brutal week ahead. More 90s, more just can't go outside. You can't go outside. Look at this. We're going to have heat right through next week, Thursday, July 18th, mid 90s. Got to be kidding me. I'm hoping that's wrong. I'm hoping it's wrong. You know, I'm getting tired of this heat. I'm really getting tired of it. Look at Tuesday, July 16th, mid 90s again. You got to be kidding me. It's not supposed. There's no relief in sight for us. There's no relief in sight. Let's look at the skies. Let's go to the skies. We can get some clearer skies at least, but this doesn't show up the smoke. So tomorrow you see we're stuck in the clouds. Tuesday would be our sunniest day. Still going to be a little hot. And the clouds come in Wednesday, Thursday, yeah, dealing with more clouds. And then that heat again. So this pattern, I'm telling you, it's just garbage. It's a garbage pattern, but it's stuck in place because we have these patterns get stuck. This is the problem. Meanwhile, if we were in the southwest, we wouldn't be having all these clouds, would we? We'd have nice weather. Let's see, Tuesday, Flagstaff looks clear Tuesday, Flagstaff looks clear Wednesday, maybe a few clouds Wednesday, Thursday, a few more clouds develop over the weekend, but then more clear weather for next week. So, again, if you're in Flagstaff, yeah, you're going to have good weather. Maybe a couple of days where there's showers, but other than that, good weather. But for us, we're stuck in the swamp that is the U.S. East Coast. That's what it has become. And we'll look again. I'll show you the dew points, and you'll see what I mean. So we look at the dew points for the whole country. You will see that ridge doesn't go anywhere, and that ridge doesn't go anywhere. Look, the humidity doesn't go anywhere. It was throughout the whole thing. Maybe a little more toward the end of the period, but this ridge here just keeps. It's like there's a bathtub over here and over here, and the steamy air just keeps flowing up off that bathtub into the eastern United States, and we have nothing to block it. At least they have the Rockies. See, it won't make it past the Rockies. The Rockies are very high mountains, and it'll block it. But you know, we just continue to get steamed alive here on the East Coast. You know, it's ridiculous. So I'll just look at the NAM model, and we'll wrap this up. So look at the NAM model and look at the radar simulation here, and see if we see any showers for tomorrow. So we'll take a look at this. So here's what we have to watch for tonight. Those showers probably not going to affect Long Island. We might get some light showers in the morning, but most of that's off to the south. And you can see it looks like something is going to get going right there. The NAM also seems to agree that we may see a tropical system forming off the East Coast Monday night into Tuesday, but fortunately moving away. But it's not a surprise. This is what we're dealing with. Thank God it's moving away. Next time we may not be so lucky. Anyway, that wraps up this weather update. I wish I could bring you better news. But if you want nice weather, you know where to go. It's not going to be over here. You're going to have to head out west. That's it. Take care.